Hey, I'm here playing Minigem 69 game entries, doing first impressions slash just blind playthroughs basically. The description said that it recommends a controller for this one, and this is One Way Out. Or, if you say it by the abbreviation, OWO. Anyways, let's try this. It, I don't hear anything, so I don't know if there's any audio or not. I might have to check that. Uh, yeah, let me check that. Let me. Can I pause? Is there? I don't think there's a pause button. Uh, don't mind me, just getting my audio out, making sure. Yeah, if there was audio, I would hear it. Hey, let's do this. So I am a little dude, and so the description had a little bit of story, which is always nice. Like a small amount of context can like liven up an experience by more than you might think. So basically, I am a little dude, and I am in hell. And basically, a weird dude said, "If you want to escape hell, eat this mushroom." And now here I am, basically. I may have misread that wrong. I don't know. My short term memory ain't the best. Yeah, but this is pretty cool. This is like pretty well polished, uh, like bullet hell slash mup. Ayo. I love the movement animation. It feels really good. And I gotta say, I'm totally biased towards this, but I love like almost silhouette black darkness protagonists who have oh, I gotta speed down, move speed down. Oh no. So cards had to be a mechanic, so I'm kind of curious how this is gonna go. I'm trying to defeat the card master, so maybe all the cards are gonna be bad. I don't know. But I love protagonists that are like one big eye and like are almost like a silhouette shadowy like black. And the reason is because I love Patapon. That's just something I will always hold dear. So I love that sort of visual, this vibe. I love the like move animation. I love that as like a startup and slowdown. I feel like it makes me feel like I'm almost like a fish. Also, man, that unicorn had like a super laser. Jesus. Can't tell if I'm really good at dodging or if I can't tell that I've gotten hit. My heart seems full, so I guess I'm just a god. Yeah, sound is definitely a big thing that like can add so much to something like this. I don't know. This seems like it would be. It seems polished enough that it would have like sounds. Like the gameplay feels really good regardless. Like you have flashing white when you hit an enemy. It seems like they have like a little bit of hit stun. Maybe not. But a little bit of hit stun on the enemies, and bam, bam, feels really good. The white flash makes it really obvious when you get hit. The palette's really clear. Like so you have the like you're really dark and the projectiles are all really dark, but the background's kind of light, which is always good. Oh, okay, so it seems like the world scrolls a little bit when I kill all the enemies. Oh, I was brushing hair to the side. It seems like there's like a slight filter over like everything, and it makes it look really nice. I'm not messing with those swordfish. Health buff. Wait, so I got a good card, I think. I'm curious if this game is going to be infinite or if it's going to have a boss. Because sometimes it's really hard to tell. They kind of mentioned that I'm fighting the card master, but I don't know if that's just like if he's actually going to be a boss or if it just means that heads up, you're going to get random effects over time. Oop. Well, I just got lasered and I just keep running into everything. I seem real like it seems like I have a lot of HP, like a lot. This is pretty fun to control on the controller. Like the character movement feels really good on controller. I haven't tried it on on keyboard, so I don't know if that feels equally as good, but it feels pretty good on controller. No complaints. I almost feel like a fish. It also, what definitely makes me feel more like a fish is definitely that some of the enemies seem fish-shaped. It does seem that all the enemies kind of converge in like the same layer, like they're all kind of stacked on the like the same kind of like tunnel on the right. What you gotta do, eyeball boys? Oh yeah, I just realized those are all laser dudes. Is there like a way to tell if they're about to laser? Doesn't look like it. That makes them kind of scary because I could just get hit and I wouldn't know. Ayo, one left. I'm always a big fan of one eye aesthetics. I don't know what it is about like, not really Cyclopses because I'm not a huge fan of Cyclopses, but when it's like one giant eye in a like kind of cutesy art style. Oh, I want to say the art style for this game is really good. Like these enemies are all adorable. They have like subtle movements in their horns that look pixel perfect. I don't know what engine this game was made on, but those are really good. Like the jiggling of the horns. It's not like they didn't just rotate it. It's actually like the pixels change to make it look like it's rotating. I'm probably explaining that poorly, but it looks good. I got shield. So I think it does seem like those swordfish loop back around if you don't kill them, which is makes sense. It's like they don't just get to leave because I didn't kill them. Oh. I like the little background details. They're not distracting and they're like almost like stylized because you can't really see them very like you don't see them super clearly, but you see them occasionally and they just add a sense of they like the background is really good. If you're gonna have a game like this where it's kind of like an infinite, I don't know if it's infinite or if there's gonna be a boss fight, but like maybe I'm just too good at this game. Is the secret? Oh, never mind. I got laser beamed. Those lasers are probably like the hardest thing to dodge in the game because they just come out instantly. So it seems maybe there is like an anticipation frame I'm missing, but doesn't. It's kind of hard to keep track. What you might have been able to do is like have the laser beam like have a really thin slice of it appear in the middle at first and have that not have a hitbox like maybe 3 frames before it becomes like the full laser. Maybe that's just an idea, like just a thought. Hey, these big guys aren't too threatening. Oh, there is a boss. Oh, and he's firing from behind. That instantly they creates like a new threat because it's like before I was entirely watching the right side, like just. So it seems like he aims at me. So I think this circle shape works. It's not like I'm kind of cheesing it, but it's still like kind of execution. If only these eyeballs actually like were cooperating with their boss. Hey. Well, that was really good, especially in the balance department. Like, I definitely am really tanky, but honestly, in the case of a jam, it's better to be slightly easier than like slightly harder. And honestly, I kind of it did feel tense towards the end because I was getting hit more because it was getting harder. Uh, and yeah, I I like stuff like that. I think it probably would have helped if there was a clear indicator if like how far away the boss is, so that that I know like I know that a boss is coming because it's this is more of like a game jam design thing than an actual game design thing. But if I don't know that there's like that there is more, I might just think that it's infinite and that there's like nothing. And then like maybe after I play like 2 rounds, if I like suck and I die somehow, I might think to myself, This is just an infant gameplay model. I've seen all I want to see, and I wouldn't have experienced that boss, who was really cool. I liked that boss because he instantly adds like a new dynamic that like tests the skills you were already developing, because you were already developing the just like the ability to dodge, but he kind of added a wrinkle by making like almost a new context for dodging, and that context being you have to look to the left to see that or to make sure, and also the projectile speed of the cards like at the end were like slow enough that I could see them without getting feeling like I got cheated. Like it was just really solid, really solid. The art was really good. The hits felt pretty satisfying. I don't know if there was any hit stun. It didn't seem like it, but hit stun's just when you hit an enemy, just like freeze them for like half a second, or like just stop their animation for half a second. Uh, in general, the feel was really good with the whole like enemy flashing white. That's a pretty good. That's like a great instant feedback that I'm hitting something. That's that's pretty good. Audio, I don't know if maybe my computer's bugged because this is the second browser game in a row that like audio wasn't playing from. But if there's no audio, audio is a huge thing in game jams. Like they can, uh, if you can help it, because you can't always help it. Like try to get some audio in because it can make an experience like 10 times better instantly. 10 times is obviously hyperbole, but it helps a lot. A little bit of music. You could have had like very calm music. Hmm. But these are just like minor nitpicks and feedback of like ways to improve. Uh, like the game if you had to go back in time and try it like and do the jam again. This font is really nice. It seems like you customly wrote it out with like your sprite program or whatever because it looks really good, and you could like there's a lot of like effort in a lot of different places in this project. And it does suck that I can't like restart it in game though. There's like no restart button. Slay 15 monsters to get a card that will give you a good slash bad boost. Survives 20 waves to reach card master. Oh, okay, so it does say right there. Never mind. It is better to put that sort of stuff in game because not everybody reads things. Like even tutorials, right? So a lot of people will just dive straight in and try to learn from themselves. I guess if you got this far and you see this and you don't think that there's a boss, you're fooling yourself. So just ignore I said any of that. Really, really good entry. Great, like fantastic art. The movement feels really good, and there's pretty good feedback on hitting enemies. Like, what else is there to say? The card mechanic almost kind of feels like just a tack on mechanic. I didn't even notice it was there most of the time. Not even like I think the worst one I got was like the move speed down, but I only got that once and at the beginning, and it was like definitely the most noticeable one. But overall, again, I'm not trying to take away from the how good this project is. Really good job. Really good job. I don't want to mispronounce this, but I will try. Itepu. I hope I didn't butcher that horribly. Or actually say something bad. Anyways, great work. Cheers.